Daniel, kiss my bearded clam stand. Daniel to the office, please. Daniel to the office. Kiss my bearded clam stand. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Thank you, baby. Mamacitas. Very kind of you. Much love, Shannon. Your. So much, my love. Appreciate you very, very, very much. Thank you, love. You're the best. That's the best. And enjoy everyone. Thank you all.
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me, my beautiful pearls. Today is September 2nd. It's fall 2025. It is currently 10:28 p.m. in the East Coast of the United States. Does the new documents clear Daniel? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that they clear him, no. God, I need some powder. Oh, look at my face. But no, I don't think it clears him. It says he passed a lie detector test, which I'll show you. That's very easy to do. Did I change for the good or change for the bad? Andrea, let me know. Did I change for the good or change for the bad? How did I change? Thank you so much, Miss Shannon. Really do appreciate your support, my love. You are so kind to me. Miss Shannon. Appreciate you very much, honey. And thank you, Miss Joyous. Appreciate you, darling. Mamacitas, senoritas. Thank you so much, Miss Joyous. You are very kind to me as well, my friend. Really do appreciate you very, very much, Miss Joyous. Truly. Thank you, honey. And Carol, thank you so much for 13 months coming in clutch. An OG. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you very, very much for all your support. Do y'all think Daniel has notifications set? Let me tell you something. Daniel sits all day and watches things about him. So does the bearded dragon, Janie. So does she. And there is a lot of pages that it's going to take a lot of time to go through all of these. But nonetheless, we have highlighted some very interesting things that we'll go through this evening. One thing that I will say that is all parties are innocent until and unless proven guilty in a Canadian court of law. Okay, so there's that. There's been no one named a suspect or anything like that. I just say Daniel is a douche and Malaya is a canoe. They're douche canoes. And that's about all I got for him. The bearded dragon. That's why I like you, Justin. That's right. That's right. All right. So there is a lot here, and these are going to be in no specific order, but there is something very interesting that I'm sure that we will catch along the way. I'm sure that we will catch along the way. But there is something that we did catch already. If you would do me a favor, please, pretty please, hit that thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. You know you wanna. It's just gonna take just a second. And listen, pearls never let me down. You're just gonna tap it like that, and then just let off. Just tap, let off. That's it. That's all you gotta do. I done it twice right there. Now don't you do it twice. You can either do it 1 or 3 times, but not twice. Because if you do it twice, it'll unlike it. I want you to like it. So there's that. Just the tip. That's exactly right, Sherry. Just like our first love told us. Weren't they lying when they said that? Just a tip. You dumbass. We fell for it too. I know I fell for it, but that's a whole nother story. All right, let's get on with it. Let's see what this bearded dragon told these individuals. Okay. All right, so my hubby has a shirt that says that on it. Just the tip? Is that what it says? Just the tip? Okay, so we're going to read a couple things, and then some of it might not make sense in the beginning, but some of it might. Daniel's mother's house and Daniel's mother moved into the camping trailer on the same property. Daniel's uncle and father live down the road. He has a good relationship with his family. Interesting. Daniel said Lilly and Jack were sheltered, but they always watched out for them. Those kids were anything but sheltered. No, ma'am, no ham and no turkey. Those kids were not sheltered. They didn't. I don't live that far from the kids went missing. If they're dead, they were. If they were dead, they were taken. Yeah. Okay. Daniel says Lilly and Jack were sheltered, but they always watched out for them, including his mother. His mother would always tell them if they didn't have coats or boots on. So Daniel said Janie would always say if they didn't have coats or boots on. But you said you were watching them and they're sheltered. It sounds like that happened multiple times. Didn't it? Doesn't it? Sounds like that happened multiple times. and there's redacted. He said discipline in the house was just talking to the kids and telling them why they could not do things. Daniel, you know what to say. But didn't you tell, I don't know, the other, whatever his name is, that you whooped them on the ass? And didn't Malaya say that you whooped them on the ass? That you're the disciplinarian? So why are you lying right there? It's not against the law for you to spank them. I mean, I don't think anybody should ever touch a kid, but that's just me. No, they're not at all. They're not at all. Yeah, Durwood said that. Daniel said the kids did not listen to Malaya. They only listened to him. He said they did not physically discipline the kids. It's a gray area in spanking there. Well, I mean, it is kind of in the United States too. It's only legal to spank them on their bottom with reasonable force. No, they didn't run away. They didn't run away at all. All right. Now, here's the comment. I believe Daniel was mistaken when he said they went Thursday based upon Malaya's statements and her Google timeline. They went on Wednesday, and she said had it's got redacted on Thursday. So we need to, Mohawk, if you can remember, or someone can take a note, one of my mods, if we can remember to go back on that little part right there, because I want to pick that timeline apart right there where they're talking about where they think where it is. Okay. These are some just interesting ones. We're going to get to something that is freaking crazy, in my opinion. But they came in when it was getting dark. She got their teeth brushed and they wore their clothes to bed. All the clothes were still in bags from when she washed them at her grandmother's house. So my question is, Malaya, Daniel, if you went and you made them brush their teeth and you put their clothes on them, then why would Jack just have a diaper on? Why would Jack just have a diaper on? But she hadn't got around to putting them away. Lilly and Jack were hyper and excited, but she got them tucked into bed around 10 p.m. What day was this? Jack had his blanket and his dinosaurs, and she shut the door and redacted. Lilly went to bed with her backpack. She went to bed with her backpack. What? Why would she go to bed with her backpack? That doesn't make sense. What the fuck? She went to bed with her backpack. That is what. Is she Dora now? Yeah. Yeah, they originally said they were no later than 9 p.m. But now we're getting what they tell these investigators. There's like 300 or 500 pages we got to go through. Lilly and Jack were hyper and excited, but she got them tucked into bed around 10 p.m. Jack had his blanket and his dinosaur, and she shut the door. Redacted. Lilly went to bed with her backpack. Big things redacted. Malaya and Meadow went to bed. Once Meadow was asleep, she put her in the crib and went to sleep herself. Okay, so this would have to be after 10 p.m. Christine, thank you so much, Christine. Justin, I can listen to you 24/7 when you're covering this case. Love how you make fun of Jane. Thank you, dear. Appreciate you. They're lying. They are lying on these kids. You know what I mean? And it's infuriating to me. Daniel's got more shit. He's got more stories than I've ever seen in my life. It's ridiculous. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Appreciate you. So okay, I don't know what day this is. We'll have to see. But if she put the baby to bed, let's say around 11 o'clock at night, and I mean, that's a good 9-10 hours of sleep for a baby. Doesn't say anything about the boots right there, which I don't know what day this is, so we're going to have to see. Malaya and Meadow went to bed. Once Meadow was asleep, she was put in her crib and went to sleep herself. Malaya and Constable McIntyre looked at the Google Map timeline for Wednesday on Malaya's phone and learned the following about her day. The whole family left the house at 12:51 p.m. Mark that down. And went to the how do you pronounce it? Avering Oil in Westville, where they got $20 of fuel. They drove to Malaya's grandmother's house and arrived at 2:01 p.m. This has to be Wednesday. At 3:18 p.m., she went to access NS in Truro Heights with Meadow to get a plate for her car. Daniel and the kids stayed at her grandmother's. Okay. Now, Daniel provides two statements here. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that thumbs up. Would greatly appreciate it for extra points and an extra 10 years of good luck. A plate for her car. Yes. She had just gotten the car. I believe, in my opinion, that car could have been a big factor in why they got in a fight that evening. And I'll tell you why. Because Daniel likes the control, and she got a new vehicle, and that is freedom for her. Hello, the real me too. Good to see you. And he didn't want that. And he knew that was, he couldn't control her anymore. And their relationship was on the rocks already. Thought they owed Grandma a lot of money. Why is Grandma allowing them back there? Mm-hmm. Well, she loaned him money after they even stole from her, from what old dude said. All right. Let me get some of these. Okay, this one right here. Here we go. There's so much to read. Oh my God. Malaya said Daniel's father owned over 100 acres of land out near Barney's River, which is a wooded lot. Really? Really? Daniel's father owns 100 acres of land. Really? Did they ever check that shit? Asking for a friend? Yeah. Malaya said Daniel's father, Earl, I guess. It doesn't say, it just says Malaya said Daniel's father owned 100 acres of land out near Barney's River, which is a wooded lot. I wonder if it's got do not trespass on there by now. Okay. Sorry, I just needed a vape. Okay. Daniel provided 2 statements to police on May 2nd, 2025 and May 4th, 2025. The following is a summary of what he said. Daniel said Malaya took the baby, Meadow, and left with her family. She blocked him on social media and he couldn't get in contact with her. Daniel, either way, you know, yes, house music. Yes, girl. Big old flashing lights, honey. You know, Daniel, either way, she squealed tires out of Lansdowne Station and she never looked back. Daniel provided to, okay, we read that part. Blocked him on social media and couldn't get in contact with her. Daniel said he rarely used or checked his phone. Remember this. Just remember this. This is, I got to keep this one pulled up because I'm going to nail his fins to the floor in a minute. Okay. So just remember that. Daniel says that he rarely used or checked his phone, but he has done so more in the last 3 days since the kids went missing. When asked about Friday morning, listen, Daniel said the following. Daniel said he was in the bedroom with Malaya and Meadow, who were in bed with him. Lilly came in a couple times, but he did not
check his phone to see the time. Very convenient, Daniel. The television was on, and it was daylight outside. Lilly didn't say anything. She would just open the door and look in and then leave again. She did that 2 or 3 times. They used to remind her not to rush into the room because they want to make sure Meadow got a good sleep. Sometimes the kids would wake her up. Don't y'all like she slept all night, right? She was what, 16, 17 months at that time? Daniel said he got up and he didn't hear the kids. He thought it was only a few minutes since Lilly last poked her head in the door. He went out and saw the back sliding door was closed. The kids didn't usually close it when they went outside. Their boots were gone. Daniel ran around the house looking for them. That doesn't make any fucking sense. He didn't hear the kids. So he goes straight to this glass door. Why didn't you look around the house first, dumbass? And why would you notice their boots immediately? Why would you notice their boots immediately? Like, I would be looking around the house. Hey, Daff. Yeah, I haven't even talked about that yet. Daniel and Janie didn't bring their phones that morning. We're going to get to that. Oh, we're going to get to that. You didn't get notifications. I've probably used my notifications out. Sorry. So yeah. So he says this. Where was it? Okay. The kids didn't close it when they went outside. Their boots were gone. Daniel ran around the house looking for them, but they were not there. Malaya got up when he got up as well and was looking for the kids. Daniel ran outside, but they were not in the yard and he couldn't see them. He got in the car and drove around. Now this is exactly what he told the investigators. This is the report. So you can't argue this, dumb Daniel. He got in the car and he drove around, then ran around in the woods looking for them. Oh. He searched for hours. FORHOURS. For hours. Wait, what was it? This one right here. Oh, they fucked it up, Andrea. They fucked it up. Right here. Daniel ran outside, but they were not in the yard and he couldn't see them. He got in the car and drove around, then ran around in the woods looking for them. He searched for hours. He said he did not look at the time and didn't even take his phone. Well, how fucking convenient is that, you bag of goop? Oh, yeah, the kids are missing, but you don't take your fucking phone? Janie didn't take hers either. You know, it's not like you'd want to get in contact with the mother if either one of you found the kids. You piece of garbage. You're a piece of trash, Daniel. Garbage. You are. I've never talked to anybody like this. I have never. Just the fucking audacity of this piece of shit. Sorry, guys, if y'all don't like cussing. But, I mean, this piece of shit, he passed a polygraph. So does that where they just, you know, sit and spin? Is that what you're going to base your whole fucking RCMP case on? You're just going to say, oh, well, they're not in the woods. Well, they passed their polygraph. So fuck if we know. You're just going to let two kids just never be found? Just like, oh, fuck it. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Daniel, Janie, you're both garbage. Garbage. You didn't take your fucking phones that morning. How fucking convenient. Like, a phone is a fucking lifeline. You went in the woods, Daniel, for quote hours, and you want to talk about risking your life and everything. Well, what if something fucking happened to you? What if Malaya found the kids or you found the kids? What if you needed to call 911? What if you needed, your mom to scratch your ass for a minute? What the hell? You know why you didn't take the fucking phone, Daniel. That is ridiculous. Just complete bullshit. Oh, Carol, he says he looked for hours. I mean, if the RCMP believes this, fuck, and fuck. Of course he didn't want it to be pinged. And neither did apparently Miss Janie. Because she makes it really clear that she didn't take her phone even in her fucking interview. I haven't even got to that. I don't even know about that, so I'll start cussing about that in a minute. This is 500 pages. We're on page 3. Well, it's not that I think that he outsmarted the RCMP, because clearly has the IQ of a ramen noodle dehydrated shrimp. But it's the fact that I don't think they got anything. right? Didn't take a phone. If you're on your fucking four-wheeler and you pass the poly because you know how to work it. You get me? Okay. Give me a second, y'all. He says he did not look at the time and didn't even take his phone. Fuck you, Daniel. Regarding Thursday, Daniel said the kids did not go to school because Malaya thought Lilly was sick. It wasn't because she had a bruise. Mine is too deafening. Mine is too, because it's just two more kids that, you know, just another kid just not getting justice. Yeah, Marie, nothing will ever convince me otherwise. Any other way. Pieces of garbage. Someone needs to go search 100 fucking acres. The kids did not go to school because Malaya thought Lilly was sick. They all left home around lunchtime and got gas at the Circle K in Alma. Then went through the Tim Hortons drive-thru for food. Daniel said he thought the kids were sleeping. What? Why would the kids be sleeping at noon? Why the hell would the kids be sleeping at noon? Why would the kids be sleeping at noon? Going through the fucking Tim Horton line. Daniel said he thought the kids were sleeping. They drove to Truro and went to Malaya's grandmother's house to do laundry. Now, these are not in order because I'm highlighting some of the things because we're going to go through them individually, but there's 500 pages. The kids would wake her up. Daniel said he got up and he didn't hear the kids. He went through only. Okay, I already read that one. Left grandma home. Okay. This is redacted. They left her grandmother's around 9:30 p.m. Okay, listen to this. And they got home around 10:30. Then they put the kids to bed. Daniel said he thought Malaya put them to bed. He didn't know what they were wearing because they were underneath the covers when he checked on them. Daniel said he thought he went to bed fairly early that night and didn't wake up until it was light out the next morning. Regarding Thursday. He is such a piece of garbage. Yeah, he thinks a lot to be a dumbass, doesn't he? Good God. They all left home around lunchtime and got gas at the Circle K. That's when we went to drive through Hortons. They drove to Truro and went to Malaya's. Okay, we already read that part. And got home around 10:30. Put the kids to bed. Underneath. Okay, Daniel said, thought he went to bed fairly early. He remembered getting, okay, Daniel said he thought he went to bed fairly early that night and didn't wake up until it was light the next morning. He remembered getting an email that Malaya had marked the kids absent from school on his phone at 6:18 a.m. on Friday. Okay. I got a question. Okay, they drove to Truro and they went to Malaya's grandmother's house to do laundry and spent most of the day there. They went shopping at Walmart and got food. Redacted. They left her grandmother's around 9:30 p.m. See, I always thought this was Thursday or Wednesday night. Okay, let me think here. Is this the night before? This is the night before they went missing, right? I thought that's okay. Wednesday was laundry day. But then why does it talk like this? They left grandmother's around 9:30 and they got up and put the kids to bed. Daniel said he thought Malaya put them to bed. He didn't know that they were wearing because they were underneath the covers when he checked on them. Daniel said he thought he went to bed fairly early that night and didn't wake up until it was light the next morning. He remembered getting an email had marked the kids absent from school at 6:18 a.m. on Friday. Daniel later said Malaya had to get, okay, I guess it's just not in chronological order. Daniel later said Malaya had to get redacted on Thursday between 12:40 and 1:40 p.m. So he thought they must have done that before they went to Truro. Daniel could not remember if they went to town on Wednesday or not. He said he had a conversation with someone who was helping with the redacted, but he thought that was on Tuesday. Daniel could not remember if he went to town on Wednesday or not. He said he had a conversation with someone who was helping with the redacted, but he thought that was on Tuesday. Regarding the family situation, Daniel said they used to live with Malaya's grandmother, but they moved. Redacted. That's when you started. Once she moved in your house, Daniel, that's when you became the dick that you are. Moved to Daniel's mother's house, and Daniel's mother moved into the camping trailer on the same property. Daniel's uncle and father live down the road. He has a good relationship with his family. Daniel said Jack and Lily were sheltered, but they always watched them outside, including his mother. His mother would always tell them if they didn't have coats or boots on. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. All right, next page. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Mother moved, came trailer on the property. Got that one. Okay. Moved. Okay. Moved to Daniel's mother's house, or moved to Daniel's mother's house, and Daniel's mother moved into the camping trailer on the property. Daniel's uncle. Okay, got that one. He said discipline in the house was just talking to the kids. Okay. Thursday evening, bishes. Here we go. Y'all ready for this one? Bad junkyard, Janie. Oh my God. Guys, how many thumbs ups do we got? How many thumbs ups do we got? Mods, please let me know. I don't understand if they weren't charged with neglect at the very least. 5, 10. Come on, y'all. Hit that thumbs up. I'm working hard here. Come on. My BS meter can't keep up with all the BS. I know, Ocean Wild. My BS meter and my blood pressure can't either. Hit the thumbs up. Calling for a thumbs up. Yeah, Thursday he says he helped Janie with the back fence. I was secretly hoping someone knew they were getting. Really, Daphne? Hold on. All right, I'm going to pull it right now. 309 left pizza home, got home before I got my tools. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Daphne coming in with the freaking receipts right now. Because she's that bish. She's that bish. Drop your link, Daphne. Thank you. Daniel says 309 left pizza shop, got home a little before 4 p.m. I got my tools together and helped work on the fence. I came inside when it started to get dark around 8 or so. Kids are already in bed. I flicked on the kids' room lights around 12 p.m. What did you do for those fucking 4 hours from 8 to 12? Yeah, I've got this. I've got this, but you know, there we go. There we go. Okay. Here we go with Thursday. Let me find it. Daniel provided 2 statements, not that one. Okay. She got their teeth brushed. I don't understand what it means Lily went to bed with her backpack. Like, what does that even freaking mean? Okay. She blocked him. Okay, we got that. Bear with me, guys, as I sort through these. He says they did not listen to Malaya. Daniel said Malaya took the baby. We got that one. Okay. They wanted to make sure Meadow got a good sleep. Sometimes the kids would wake her up. Okay, that's when he said he got up and didn't hear the kids. Okay, we got that one. Just got to clear these. They left home around lunchtime. Okay, got that. Okay, we got that. Okay, we got that. Daniel could not remember if they went to town Wednesday or not. He said he had a conversation with someone who was helping his. I don't understand what that means. Okay. I got to pull up some new ones, I think. He said discipline in the house was just talking to the kids and telling them why they could not do things. Daniel said the kids did not listen to Malaya and that they would only listen to Super Daniel. He said they did not physically discipline the kid. Okay. Daniel said, when the kids went missing, Malaya's mother. Oh, this is interesting. This part. Let's pull this up. Investigator comment. Well, let me just read this. He said discipline. Okay, with the discipline thing I just read. Investigator comment. I believe Daniel was mistaken when he said they went to Truro on Thursday. Based on Malaya's statement on her Google timeline, they went to Truro on Wednesday and she had the redacted on Thursday. I think it was the doctor's appointment. Daniel provided a third statement to police on May 6th, 2025. The following is a summary of what he said. Daniel said when the kids went missing, Malaya's mother showed up extremely quickly, even though she was over an hour away. He wasn't sure when Malaya called her mother and said it might be a good idea to check her phone to see the time. You're already throwing people under the bus, aren't you, Daniel, by the 6th? Daniel said his Google Maps would have his location and he always kept I don't know what that one says at the very bottom. I've got the other page, I'm sure. He always kept, okay, but then get this one. Shit, wrong one. This one. Okay, here we go. Daniel said he always takes his phone when he leaves the house, and his timeline will say he was home. Bitch, you said you just said in the other statement you did not fuck with your phone hardly ever. And Daniel, you said you didn't take your phone with you in the other statement. Dum-dum. You're fucking exhausting. He said, I ran out the house and searched for hours and I didn't take my phone. Didn't take my phone.
Gotcha, bitch. 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 Gotcha, bitch.
I just need to release it. Okay. So sorry. We're a little, it's after dark. It's just an after dark. Okay. Now here's the polygraph examination. On May 12th, 2025, Daniel underwent a polygraph examination. So that was 10 days after Jack and Lily went missing. 10 days. On May 12th, 2025, Daniel underwent a polygraph examination at the Bible Hill RCMP detachment conducted by Sergeant Rose Bartholomew. The following is a summary of the polygraph examination report. Sergeant Rose Bartholomew said the analysis of the polygraph tracings, associate to Daniel's polygraph examination procedure indicate, it just says truthful, and then it says redacted. I'm going to tell you something. I always had more faith in polygraphs, but if Daniel is telling the truth, then I've never seen a lie. If Daniel is telling the truth, then I've never, ever seen a lie. I want you to watch this 30-second clip. You'll understand why. This is, I think he's an attorney, but he's also does something with, he's at the mob or something like that.
It's not a matter of beating the poly test because there's no right or wrong answer. And poly results, they're not admissible in court anyway. For a job I once had, I was trained to manipulate the poly and aced it. To manipulate the poly, you got to fuck with your blood pressure and respiration. And like any good student, you need to prep for the test. So pop a 10 milligram Valium and put down a couple cans of Red Bull. Then wash your hands in mineral oil to neutralize the galvanic response. When asked a question, fire off an answer immediately, then think about something else. Don't concentrate on the question or what you said, just push it out of your mind. Before the test, the examiner is going to ask control questions, like what is your name and have you lie, so they can see what truth or deception looks like. When asked control questions, covertly bite down on the back of your tongue, just hard enough to cause some pain, and that'll throw the control results off. Hey, relax and best of luck. It's not a matter of beating the poly test because there's no right or wrong answer. And poly results, they're not admissible in court anyway. For a job I once had, I was trained to manipulate the poly and aced it.
Yep, he manipulated the poly and aced it. Yep. All you have to do is, it's very easy to throw off. All right, so moving on. So yeah, if Daniel passed a polygraph and he is telling the truth, then we are all screwed in life. I would like to know, and Mohawk made a very good point. Is this sergeant trained? You know what is given to someone when they are coming off rugs, a Valium or something similar, because your heart rate goes up in withdrawal. Yep. Yep. But was this person even certified? What kind of machine was it? Even Sassy said, I was telling the truth when I asked what my name was, and it showed up as not being truthful. I had to take one for a job. There you go, folks. There you go. Ooh, what's this? Hold on. What is this about, Daphne? The redacted records were... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'll read that. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Read the bottom part. That's a lie. She said Justin, her son, went to get the ATV. Ooh. Ooh, bish. Oh, bish. Janie, you got some explaining to do, ma'am. Madam Cuckoo Bird. Around redacted, she heard silence and told Daniel she didn't hear the kids. They got up together and checked in the living room and outside, then started yelling for them. When they didn't hear any answer, she called 911 at 10 a.m. She had to turn off Wi-Fi to get the bars of cell service and call from one spot in the house where there is good service. I thought the bitch went to the end of the road. I thought she went to the end of the road. And why do you have to turn off your Wi-Fi to get a bar? Daniel said she used his phone to call. Well, she said, I don't know about that, but I know she used his phone allegedly that morning. Why do you have to turn off your Wi-Fi to get a bar? They're two fucking different things. Yeah. Can use the Wi-Fi in the house as long as you're connected to it. It means it's bullshit. Also, Janie said Justin got the ATV now, and this her brother did. Yep. Here, yeah. When they didn't hear anything, she called 911 at 10 a.m. She said to turn off Wi-Fi to get the bars of cell service and call from one spot of the house where there is good service. That makes no fucking sense. Daniel walked around yelling for them to see if they would get a reply, and eventually took her Nissan Pathfinder to go look for them in the woods. Oh, fuck. Hold on one second. I got to fix my thing. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to fix my battery. What a crock of crap, Daniel, Malaya, Janie. Crap. Okay. All right. We're getting it. Okay. Let me just 2 seconds, y'all. This reminds me of the Three Stooges. I know, right? Do we got it? Oops. There we go. I am so shiny, man. Woo! It's perspiration. Odd that only a sergeant performed the poly test. I know. It's giving weird. It's giving weird. Guys, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you want to become a member, we would love to have you as a new member of the Pearl family. So Daniel walked around yelling for them to see if they would reply, and eventually took her Nissan Pathfinder to go look for them in the woods. Eventually. What do you mean eventually, Daniel? What do you mean eventually? How long did you wait? It wasn't no fucking 20 minutes, bish. Janie was also out looking for them. She had the baby, so she could not go look. What? Janie was also out looking for them. And it says she had the baby, so she could not go look. Do they mean Malaya? Is that a typo? Malaya said she did not think the kids had changed their clothes from the night before. So you just let them go to bed and whatever they wore the day before when they were sick, Malaya? Oh, Joyous, thank you, honey. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much, honey. She's so good to me. This is too much. Before, and Lily's backpack was gone, so they assumed she had it with her. She described it as a corduroy cream-colored backpack with strawberries on it. Okay. Remember how I always asked, they said cream with strawberries, and then they said white with strawberries. So they told them cream with strawberries. Hedgie Mom, thank you so much, lovies. Appreciate you. Oh, the Catholic love. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you as well. If you received one of those memberships, give our girl Joyous a big thank you. Thank you, Mamacita. Lily and Jack's boots were gone. Lily was wearing a size 13 rainbow pink boot, and Jack was wearing a size 10 blue dinosaur boot. Regarding their normal routine, she said the following. She clarified on a regular morning when the kids go to school. She is up at 6:15 a.m. and she gets the kids ready, fed, and their teeth brushed before having them out to the bus at 7:28 a.m. The bus stop is in their driveway. She also clarified their sleeping arrangements. Meadow, Daniel, and Malaya share a room. Lily and Jack share a room, but have separate beds. I'm going to lose my mind, guys. Okay. Mother Malaya talked to her and said, I told you they had autism. That's such a weird thing to say. Like, your mom comes to the house and your kids are missing, and you're like, I told you they had autism. They didn't have autism. Just like the mother was blaming little Brian in New Orleans that he had autism. He didn't have autism. He was beat the hell out of. Y'all didn't work with him. Y'all didn't give a wooden nickel of time to these kids. That's why you said they're behind everyone in the school. Poor babies. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you, babies. I appreciate you so much. Truly, thank you. Thank you, Miss Robin. you received one of those, if you received that membership, make sure you thank our dear Robin. Appreciate you, honey. My blood pressure, man. Malaya talked to her and told you, I told you they had autism. Family members started to show up. One of her brothers went to get an ATV and they continued searching. Oh, Daphne. 1 second. Fuck. 1 second. Why is it not going all the way down? Damn. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay. Janie said for the rest of Friday, she searched for the kids with her family members. Let me read that again. Family members started to show up. One of her brothers went to get the ATV and they continued searching. Hold on. She said Justin went to get the ATV, didn't she? Didn't she say Justin went to go get the ATV? Yes. Yeah. Ooh, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I think that fucking ATV was at Earl's. She never left. Yes, and her voice recording Justin got. Yep. Yep. They weren't trafficked. No, these kids were not trafficked. Nope. I mean, you're welcome to believe that, but I'm telling you, they weren't trafficked. Okay. Janie provided some background information. Janie was concerned about the timeline, really, because there was no way the kids could have walked from the yard up to the road where Daniel was in the vehicle without her seeing them. What the fuck does that mean? Hold on. What the? No. What does that mean? Janie was concerned about the timeline because there was no way the kids could have walked from the yard up to the road where Daniel was in the vehicle without her seeing them. What? I'm gonna have a fucking stroke. Daphne, do you see this? Do you see this, Daphne? Oh, Abigail, thank you, dear. Appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Shannon, Mamacitas as well. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Y'all received one of those memberships from Robin, Abigail, or Shannon. Make sure you thank them. What? I don't get what she means by that statement. Janie was concerned about the timeline. I bet you was, Bish, because there was no way the kids could have walked from the yard up to the road where Daniel was in the vehicle without her seeing them. Daniel was in the car. Daniel was in the car. Mohawk, what does this mean? Maybe they did go out in front and the wrench in the door is just another lie. Yeah. I don't think they went out of the door. No, he used Malaya's Pathfinder. He told the RCMP. That's what he told the RCMP. Can someone like, I am stuck on this. If Daniel, if your ass is sitting in the car, that is so weird. Janie said when the kids were in the yard, she usually watched them the most. Well, you know, your crackhead son and daughter-in-law aren't. All right, next page. I do this every time. 1 second. I do it every single time. Ungroup. There we go. I swear to God, we're all going to have to get together and just go find these kids ourselves. When she came outside after waking up again, she saw Malaya standing at the rock pile holding Meadow. Where the fuck is a rock pile? You mean in the dirt? Well, Daniel said he put a wrench in the door the night before so the bears would not get in. How convenient. When she came outside after waking up again, she saw Malaya standing at the rock pile holding Meadow. Malaya said Jack and Lilly are missing for about, redacted, 20 minutes, and she had called 911. Okay. Well, that's funny because Daniel, you said, or actually, Janie and Daniel said Daniel ran up the hill to where the little forts are, and he ran back down, and that is when she supposedly called 911. When he ran back down, she was already on the phone with 911. Janie got her coat and boots and walked around looking for them. Daniel was searching for them. But remember, I always said, Daniel said he went straight up the hill to the forts and ran back down. And Janie said, I got on my shoes and I went straight up to the forts. And I'm like, well, why did Daniel run straight up to the forts, run down, and then Janie's standing out there on the porch and she runs straight up the hill where he just came from? That doesn't make sense. And that's why, in my opinion, all of this shit right here, in my opinion, is a lie. Because I think there's way too many holes. I think all of this part is fabricated, in my opinion. Just my opinion. And I think they've thought about this, and that's why there's way too many holes. Way too many holes. Janie got her coat and boots and walked around looking for them. Daniel was searching for them. Daniel, you said you was screaming for Jack and Lily, and your mom came outside and asked you what was going on. That is a big, fat lie. Big, fat lie. Couldn't have happened. Malaya, hold on, wait. Looking for them and started talking. Her brother called again around 10:19 a.m. after all this had happened. Which means the police had not showed up yet. The rock pile is at the end of the trailer. By Janie said before she was in front of her RV where Pool was and was going to go with Meadow. Janie said before she was in front of her RV where the pool was going to go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't know where a rock pile is, but you're saying it's Daniel and Malaya's room? Because she said she came out to the porch and Malaya's basically standing right there where she had raked. You know, basically we're in front of her windshield. Oh my God, these people. So her brother called again around 10:19 after all this happened. You know, that seems like a lot to be, 60 years old and your brother calling you that much that morning, if you ask me. That's just a lot. When you face the mobile, the room on the left is their bedroom. Yeah, it's all the way. I know where their bedroom is, but I just don't know where a rock pile was. Maybe I do remember that. They lost 2 children literally. I don't either of them will get Meadow, maybe visitation in custody. I pray that they don't. Malaya called her mother, who came to the house. When her mother arrived, Malaya talked to her and said, I told you they had autism. Family members started to show up. One of her brothers went to get an ATV. They continued searching. One of her brothers. No, I'm not on Discord. What do you mean one of her brothers? One of Ron? One of Junkyard Janie's brothers? Wow, Junkyard was raking the pool. I don't remember the pile of rocks. No, I mean. So Ron, Janie, went to go get it. You said Justin, your son, went to go get it. Why is that a discrepancy? See, it's many times it's the very smallest details that will fuck someone up. Not the big things necessarily, because the little things become the big things. Janie said for the rest of Friday, she searched for the kids with her family. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, fucking right. Okay. I'm gonna have a fucking stroke, I tell you. Okay. All right, here's a new one from Junkyard Janie. Here we go. It's amazing that they're all asleep at the most convenient time, and they're all awake at the most convenient time. Thank you, Shannon. Did I thank you, baby Atkin? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Janie McKenzie, Janie said Lily and Jack are her step grandchildren. She lives in the camper on the same property as the residence from where Lily and Jack went missing. She said she saw them all week. Regarding Friday, she said the following. On Friday morning, she got up at 6 a.m. and had tea and a cigarette. She had a tea and a cigarette, y'all. Oh, step Grandma Janie. You know, when mama smokes, baby chokes, Janie. No wonder Daniel turned out so fucking rotten. Here's my Misty 1000. There you go, honey. Tea and Timu. She put the tea and Timu, honey. You know. Mother chicken, mother chicken. I told Daniel, you did not wake me up, son. I was talking to you. I was talking to your Uncle Ron. Had Deanna a cigarette. Around 7 a.m., she went out and tended to her chickens and let her most beloved, precious princess of a pooch dog out. She went back inside and played a game on her phone. It's not a fucking game, Janie. Again, Temu is an app that sells a bunch of Chinese junk, and it has a wheel on there, and you spin for a discount. It's not really a fucking game, Janie. But, the apple didn't fall too far from the tree. It's just a wheel for a discount. I love the Temus. She got a call from her brother, Ron McKenzie, at 8:48 a.m. And they talked about going to town. After she was done talking to him, she went back to bed and must have dozed off after scrolling on Facebook. She originally said she might have heard the children. She might have learned the children were gone What the fuck? She originally said she might have learned the children were gone around 8:48 a.m. What the fuck? Oh, I love Timu. What? What does this mean? Told you it was 8 o'clock, bitches. She originally said she might have learned the children were gone around 8:48 in the morning before she talked to Ron, but later clarified the timeline in her second statement. Yeah, told you I wanted to shrink those timelines together, didn't you? Oh, it's definitely adapting. It's better than Wish. I'll tell you that. Ron called her at 8:24 and it was a missed call. That's right. She originally said she might have learned the children were gone at around 8:48 a.m. before she talked to Ron, but later clarifies the timeline in her second statement. Her dog started barking and that woke her up. She heard Lilly and Jack in the backyard playing on the swings and laughing. Then dozed off again. She woke up again when she heard Daniel yelling for Jack and Lilly. She didn't think anything of it because Jack liked to look for bugs and get into things when he's doing that. So she thought Daniel might have been yelling at Jack for that reason. Why would she yell at him for playing with bugs? When the night before he was supposedly digging for bugs and all of that, her and him and Lilly, whenever you said Lilly hated bugs, but I digress, and you were saying, good boy, Jackie, good boy. There were no swings at the time. What did Brandy say? What did she say? Yeah, for worms. Yeah, exactly, Cajun lady. Exactly. Right, Sassy. I noticed that as well. What did Sassy say? I watched something on Gary Ridgway this morning. Ooh, he's a creeper. I sure hope the RCMP are going through these documents word by word. But they're the ones that prepared them, right? This is from the RCMP. This is their statement. When she came outside after waking up again, she saw Malaya standing on the rock pile holding Meadow. Malaya said Jack and Lilly are missing for redacted, and she had called 911. Janie got her coat and her boots on, walking around looking for them. Daniel was searching for them. Her brother called again around 10:19 after this had happened. Dear God in heaven, help me. Janie McKenzie, Janie. Did I already read this one? Yeah. What does this mean? She originally said that she might have learned the children were gone around 8:48 before she talked to Ron, but later clarifies the timeline in the second statement. I believe she called her brother for either help or comfort, one or the other. And he kept calling. I think that was a lot of communication between the two that morning. She either called her brother for help or comfort. One or the other. Okay, this is about Malaya's polygraph. Y'all ready? One second. There's no reason they should talk that many times that morning. What person hears a child screaming all the time? It doesn't get on your nerves. Doesn't mean you don't care for them or love them. It's called honesty. Absolutely. Absolutely, Mike. I mean, it can get on your nerves, but she said she was always screaming, always screaming. And I just personally, this is just my opinion, I believe you don't talk about the dead or the ill or the missing, especially a child, in any other way other than positive. That's just my opinion, though. Doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's wrong, but that's just me. Janie had a lot of distaste when she did. It sounded like she was very, very angry. And listen, I mean, I get it. They're going, I mean, I understand that they're going through a lot, whether they know something or they don't. But you know, this is a 6-year-old little girl. And you know, whenever you watch Dateline or anything like this, whenever someone goes missing or they die, when they came in the room, they lit up the room. You know what I mean? We try to talk more poetically about especially a child. Children, all children are loud. Anyone can get on your nerves, right? Anyone can get on your nerves. Anything can get on your nerves. I get on my own nerves sometimes. I can't stand myself sometimes. Like, I really can't stand myself sometimes. So there are days like that. So yeah, of course, any you live with someone long enough or you're around someone long enough, it doesn't matter how good they are. You're going to find something to be annoyed about. Right? But to me, it's just it's unnecessary for her to say. She could say, yeah, she screamed all the time and just leave it at that. But that I can stand her screaming all the time, that's just unnecessary. You know what I mean? I'm looking good tonight. I'm looking like a damn oil factory. Thank you so much, though. Appreciate it. I appreciate you very much. So, yeah. Anyway, I digress. On May 12th, 2025, Malaya underwent a polygraph examination at the Bible Hill RCMP. Do you swear on the Bible? You're on the hill. Listen here, you better take this polygraph. You better not lie. You are on the Bible Hill right now, Malaya. On the Bible. Bible. Okay. The following is a summary of the polygraph examination report. Sergeant, do you pronounce it Dway or fuck it, I don't know. Stated Malaya rather willingly agreed to undergo a polygraph examination in relation to this investigation in an effort to eliminate a suspect. Now, I think that is okay. I know people are going to that are pro, Malaya and Daniel or whatever. I'm not pro. I'm just pro the truth. But that does not mean that they are cleared as a suspect. I just want to make that extraordinarily clear. This is an investigative tool. If the RCMP is allowing a polygraph to rule someone in or someone out, then I feel really bad for people in Canada. Just that simple. So, but it does say in an effort to eliminate the suspect, meaning part of, in causing her children's disappearance and possible murder. Now that's a very big thing right there, and possible murder. Well, how would they know a murder happened? That's a big statement right there. And possible murder. Murder. Now remember, Daniel did say that it was all about the death of Lilly and Jack. Murder is definitely criminal. Always. Right? In an effort to eliminate a suspect in causing her children's disappearance and possible murder. She was found to have been truthful when answering the following. And it's redacted. They're not going to let us know the questions. Even the report contradicts itself. Yeah. Sure does. It absolutely does. Would love to receive a membership. Honey, the memberships, they just pick them randomly. And so the way it's usually like if you hit the thumbs up button, if you're active in chat, that's the way they normally pick, but it's pretty randomly whenever someone gives one, darling. Okay. 1 second here. All right. Let me find it here. I don't understand. Now, this is the one that blows my mind. It blows my mind. This part right here. And it blew my mind in the article the other day. And I'm wondering if it's because they passed a polygraph and they just don't have, because they didn't take a fucking phone. Daniel, Janie, they don't have anything. Investigators comment. At this point in the investigation, Jack and Lily's disappearance is not believed to be criminal in nature. I do not have reasonable grounds to believe a criminal offense has occurred. Because Jack and Lilly are still missing, polygraph examinations were conducted, with the intention of ruling out that possibility. Again, if this there needs, you know what? I wish I was Canadian right now. I would be fucking protesting. If you're going to let a fucking polygraph, give me a polygraph. I'll pass the motherfucker. We'll do something and I will show you. I'll burn them. I will tell you I could pass it. It's very simple. I just showed you a video. Major crime units, where are they in this? Oh, it's terrible. Canadians, y'all got to do something with this. I mean, honestly, in my opinion. I mean, you can't just have, it's just not acceptable for one kid, let alone two kids, two children, for you to say, RCMP say, well, they're not in the woods here. They're just not in the woods here. And nobody took them, right? There's no reasonable belief. And there's not a fucking scent anywhere. And there's a planted blanket, which we'll get to in a little bit, and some planted shoe prints, and two lion-ass parents that we have multiple stories from them. And they pass a fucking polygraph test. I will never trust a polygraph. Ever. Ever, ever, ever again. I did know a long time ago, but I seriously don't. I want to know if they'll retake the polygraph. Daniel Malay, would you retake a polygraph? We got a really good polygrapher in there. Flew one up to you. Everyone does, Tina. Everyone thinks something bad happened to those children. I mean, you had the fucking recipe for disaster. You had the recipe for disaster. You got a couple that are about to be broken up. Malaya's got wheels. You got a controlling bastard who doesn't want you to go, right? Doesn't want you to have freedom. You've got crackheads, right? You've got CPS showing up. You've got teachers saying, well, shit, we had to give them jackets and everything. They got bruises on them from days, weeks, months prior. Black eyes, yes, all that. And they weren't home, or they didn't go to school for 2 days because Lilly was sick. But also, Lilly had a black eye at the time she went missing as well. Nobody watched them. Nobody seen them for hours. They didn't even know what the hell Jack was wearing. You are fucking kidding me. Did they even talk to the school teachers? Oh, no. Do you mean the RCMP? I'm sure that they did. Blown out of their mind on rugs. But have him for 24 hours before polygraphs and watch him. Absolutely. And Daniel also said, I told them I would give them a drug test, but they said they weren't worried about it They're supposed to piss test you. They're supposed to drug test you. You got to make sure you don't have anything in your system for it to be a conclusive test. Maybe, Joe. I don't know. I don't know. It is sad. Yep, and a pregnancy test. Yep. It's the average, Mike. It's the average of the three. There is no passing each one. They take it and they average all three out. That's the difference. And again, watch this. And two different people gave them lie detector tests. I want to know the fucking questions.
It's not a matter of beating the poly test because there's no right or wrong answer. And poly results, they're not admissible in court anyway. For a job I once had, I was trained to manipulate the poly and aced it. To manipulate the poly, you got to fuck with your blood pressure and respiration. And like any good student, you need to prep for the test. So pop a 10 milligram Valium and put down a couple cans of Red Bull. Then wash your hands in mineral oil to neutralize the galvanic response. When asked a question, fire off an answer immediately, then think about something else. Don't concentrate on the question or what you said, just push it out of your mind. Before the test, the examiner is going to ask control questions, like what is your name and have you lie, so they can see what truth or deception looks like. When asked control questions, covertly bite down on the back of your tongue, just hard enough to cause some pain, and that'll throw the control results off. Hey, relax and best of luck.
There's a documentary that is out to one of the guys who I think actually helped create the polygraph. And I showed it before. Hold on. Let me see here. Let's see here. And they ended up suing the hell out of him, or they fired. It was a big, big scandal. How to beat a lie detector test. There's that one, but it's something else. And I'll find it tomorrow and show it to you. And Daniel said he was nervous as hell the whole time. Yeah, so there's that. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Here we go. Ooh, this is interesting. Very interesting, children. Remember, there's 500 pages. So it's going to take a little while to get through them. Hit the thumbs up, please, and thank you. I guess it's Constable Bergmark and his team have checked approximately redacted residences in the area. The time frame being requesting is April 27th, 2025 at 8 a.m. to May 3rd, 2025 at 8 a.m. Redacted residents with camera or trail cameras are confirmed to exist and have videos or photos from the time frame requested. Redacted videos or photograph sets have been seized, have not yet been thoroughly reviewed. You are fucking kidding me. 4 months into this shit and it's not been thoroughly reviewed? Am I fucking losing my mind here? Am I, is this the fucking Twilight Zone? The footage has not been thoroughly reviewed? And you're saying, oh, nothing criminal here. Nothing criminal here. That's kind of important. Hey, Rickson, good to see you. But yet closing, right. Residents with cameras or trail cams have been confirmed to exist. Have video or photos from the time frame requested, redacted videos or photographs, sets, plural, have been seized, but have not, NOT, yet been thoroughly reviewed. There's no fucking hope. A specialized RCMP unit has been engaged to assist in the review of the vehicle surveillance. This is ongoing. You hear that, Daniel and Malaya? This is ongoing. Wonder how that's going to work out. Boo boo. Thank you, darling. Exactly. How the fuck do you say it's not criminal and you haven't even seen the fucking footage yet? They requested April 27th, 2025 at 8 a.m. to May 3rd, day after they were missing, 2025 to 8 a.m. Vehicles at these residents are also being logged for later comparisons if required. Vehicles at those residences are also being logged for later comparisons if required. RCMP, come on, make us do it for Jack and Lilly. Come on, show us that you are in it for Jack and Lilly. You guys know something is not right here. You guys know it. Prove it. On May 23rd, 2025, I had a conversation with Redacted about a video surveillance at the, I never can say it, Pictou Pass. This is the following summary. (209) Pictou Pass, Great Valley, Nova Scotia. The information therefore requests that Redacted or has been ordered to produce a document containing these items set out in paragraph 3 that in their possession or control when they receive the order. Okay, let's go to this. Mods, how many thumbs ups do we got? applications for sealing orders to protect information pursuant to common law authority. This matter involves 2 missing minors who are the subject of this application. I believe it is in the best interest of the investigation and the administration of justice to protect the integrity of the ongoing investigation. There are still investigative avenues remaining within this investigation, and the investigation may progress to a criminal investigation should the elements of a criminal offense be identified. Very important there. Due to the reason above, I request that this application, together with any supporting information, be sealed from the public view. Any persons claiming an interest, legal, of beneficial, and matters of the public that is described in the order, I request that the sealing ordered pursuant to the common law authority be granted for this purpose. There is currently no authority to protect the information within the Missing Persons Act of Nova Scotia. Now, this is very interesting, the next one. How many thumbs ups do we got? How many thumbs up? 797. Come on. Get it to 850. Get it to 850. Come on, let's go. It's 12:30 in the morning here, and I am reading. And I am tired, and I am weary. Get me to 850. Come on. You can do it. And I am shiny. I've never been this shiny in my entire life, for that matter. It's bad. No Amber Alert was issued on Jack or Lilly. No. Daniel talked about the areas he searched. Now, this is some good stuff. On the first and second day, let's hear it, Daniel. He said he went into town and got his friends. Are you fucking kidding me, Daniel? You went into town and got your friends. Oh. You forgot about the one chicken I sent you? What do you mean the one chicken? Yep. He went into town and got his friends. You know, because that's what you do, right? He went into town and got his friends, Adam and Chance, and they helped him search on the second day. Daniel said he thought Lilly and Jack would only come to him because they were attached to him. Oh, for the love of fucking Pete and all its baloney.
FBI, open up!
You bitch, Daniel.
Donation.
Order in the judge room.
Oh my God! What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
A queen is never late. Everyone else is simply early.
Gotcha, bitch!
Here is more proof.
Better late than
Blanche.
Pregnant.
Okay. Daniel said he thought Lilly and Jack would only come to him because they were attached to him. But yet, this mother trucker says the following, that they would go to anyone if they offered them food or a drink. Remember that? You are a basket of contradictions when you should have been a basket of contraceptives, Daniel, in my opinion. Janie, thanks a lot. Daniel said they never listened to Malaya, only him. Daniel said he is trying to be completely truthful and tell the police everything, but it's hard for him to remember everything exactly as it happened. How convenient. Daniel said he is having a hard time because his whole family is gone.
gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch.
I cannot with this mother. I need the Lord right now. I'm telling you, I need the Lord right now. When asked in detail about Friday morning, Daniel reiterated what he said in the earlier statements and provided the following further details. When Lilly was sticking her head in the room, he could hear Jack in the kitchen in the background. He did not see him, but he was usually loud and clumsy. Ooh, that's very interesting. So it was easy to hear him. That's so easy. Very clumsy. I wonder what he was afraid he was going to be found like. Very clumsy. So you think a clumsy 4-year-old who doesn't like the woods in his diaper when it's cool outside is going to get through the Nova Scotian forest? You twat waffle. Redacted. They like to eat and snack all the time and sometimes stash food away. Well, there we go. Stashing food away. Stashing food away. Wonder why. Wonder why. Because you didn't fucking wake up and offer him any breakfast, did you, Malaya or Daniel? Same thing Sebastian did. This is a big, big factor in neglected children. Very big. Very big red flag right there. We didn't know that. They never said that. Of course. Yep. Yeah, they were sleeping. Right. But they weren't. But they were. Daniel said when he went out to look for the kids in the house and realized they weren't there, he went back into his bedroom to get dressed before going outside to look for them. Daniel confirmed the kids could not go out the front door because he had it jammed a wrench or a bolt in there to make sure the door was shut. You were probably paranoid, Daniel, from the night before by hitting the crystal, weren't you? And thought the big bad wolf was going to get in, didn't you? Not the bears. What? Hold on. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Remember, this is in no particular order. They were picked them up right outside the house. Wednesday was an in-service day, and they were home. But they went to their grandmother's house to do laundry and didn't get home until 10 p.m. Thursday. Hold on. Wednesday was an in-service day, and they were home, but they went to their grandmother's house to do laundry and didn't get home until 10 p.m. Thursday. Okay. Thursday, they didn't go to school, but they were in the yard playing throughout the day, and she gave them snacks. So you just throw them snacks. You don't feed them real like a meal, Malaya. Y'all are fucking pathetic. Janie said Malaya and Daniel are having financial difficulties. Well, we knew that. We knew that. We definitely knew that. Because why? She wasn't getting her checks every month, and they were, according to Malaya's stepfather, were robbing grandma blind. Oh shit. They didn't go there for fucking laundry. They went there for fucking money. They went to grandma's for fucking money. They went there. What do you do? When I was broke, where did the fuck did I go when I needed a $100 bill? Mama, I need some food. I'm broke. Can you help me out, Mama? Of course, honey. She'd hold it, she'd grab it like that and put it in your hand. Thank you, Mama. Love you. Yeah. That's they did not clear. Well, Brittany J is wrong. They did not clear Malay and Daniel. Is she wrong? And there's not been an official statement put out by anybody. They took the credit card, in my opinion. You wouldn't want these clowns writing a script, would you? Yeah. No shit, Uber. No shit. No, it's not true that they've been cleared. Nope. Sure have not. In fact, they haven't even finished looking at all of the cameras. How can they be clear? I just read just a second ago where it said we're not done with this investigation, and there are still avenues we can go down as it becomes a criminal investigation or whatever. Okay. I think that's the reason they went to grandma's house, because remember what happened. Remember what they said, Malaya's stepfather, that they were going there, they were stealing money and also borrowing it. And yeah, but I think that they stole money, in my opinion. I bet you they stole money. You're fine, Uber. Thank you, honey. And what about the DNA from Blanket? In my opinion, is that back? I don't know yet, Shannon. Probably not. Okay. Janie said Malaya and Daniel were having financial difficulties. Janie said Jack would not go for a walk on his own. She said she, Jack, Lily, and Daniel went for walks in the woods all the time, and they had to carry Jack sometimes because he got tired and would just sit in one place. Janie said she does not believe the kids are in the woods. Well, a Black Wolf, good to see you. I still haven't heard back about the remains I found on the beach. It looks suspicious enough to call them, but they took it. It was the talk of the station. My neighbor's cousin was on call. Where was this? The Real North Beaster? Are you in Nova Scotia? We can sleep when we're dead, Mama Susu. You got to stay up with me. Wake up, Mama Susu. Mama Susu, wake up, Mama Susu. Okay. Malaya provided 4 statements to police. 2 statements were provided on May 2nd, 2025, 1 on May 3rd, 2025, and 1 on May 4th, 2025. The following is a summary of what the Tobin said. On the day Jack and Lily went missing, she heard them playing in the other room and was going in and out of sleep. So convenient. This is a very common thing that hoaxers will say, that they were sleeping just at the right time because it avoids them, right, from taking responsibility. Malaya, okay, I already read that part. Lily, okay. On the day Jack and Lily went missing, she heard them playing in the other room and was going in and out of sleep. Lily came in the room around redacted a couple times. Daniel was sleeping the whole time and didn't really wake up. I mean, there's a fucking red flag inconsistency if you ever seen one. Daniel said he was the one awake. Malaya said she was the one awake. She says Daniel didn't really wake up. She's the one that woke him up. Where did you find it at, the Real North Beaster? They found a body off Kelly Mountain yesterday, a man. I'm glad they found. Malaya says she's awake. Daniel says I wasn't even remotely asleep. So she got up and they couldn't find them, so they called 911. The police came and got statements. Everyone was frantically searching for them. Malaya did not think this would take days. This next one, I don't know what it's the piece to, but it's very interesting. I'll have to find which one it was pieced to. The kids could have walked from the yard up to the road where Daniel was in the vehicle without seeing them. Do y'all fucking hear that? Let me just reel this motherfucker in a little bit. Daniel, okay, the kids could have walked from the yard up to the road where Daniel was in the vehicle without her seeing them. Janie said when the kids were in the yard, she usually watched the most. What does that mean? I heard a skull was found years ago at the beach, but I can't verify it. Unfortunately, it's these are the statements of them, Uber. This is the statements. She is claiming to be a doting grandmother. But I don't understand that. Daniel, the kids could have walked from the yard up to the road where Daniel was in the vehicle without her seeing them. Okay, I think I read the next one. See if I read this one. She kept. Okay. Okay, this is the other part to that. Here we go. Y'all ready for this? Malaya did not think this would take days. Malaya discussed what happened earlier in the week. The kids went to school on Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday was a professional development day, so they were off. She kept them home Thursday and Friday. Malaya said she doesn't remember what they did Wednesday. Bitch. What? Fuck, they're fucking exhausting. She can't remember what they did Wednesday. She can remember they're off, but can't remember what they did. There was no scent past the driveway. Oh no, that's just where they caught the bus. I think she's got lying ass syndrome. I thought they were sick. Well, I guess not Wednesday. Somebody needs to go check Daniel's dad's 100 acres, in my opinion. Malaya said she doesn't remember what they did on Wednesday. Specifically, she gave a detailed description of what happened on Thursday. Malaya kept Lily and Jack home from school on Thursday morning because they had a cough. She contacted the school and lied out her what about all right. Bear with me as I get to the good parts. Ooh, what's this? What is this? Okay. From 12:49 to 1:27 p.m., Malaya was shown at a missing visit, which she thought was her redacted. Was shown at a missing visit. What's a missing visit? Is that a Canadian term for like a missing appointment? Yeah, exactly, Sassy. I would think really hard. If I couldn't think about Wednesday, I would be thinking really, really hard. Even Patty said that they were at her place doing laundry all afternoon and evening. Yeah, but I think they were probably, in my opinion, I think that they were probably checking the pockets of other people's laundry as well. Does anyone know what that is? A missing visit. Was shown at a missing visit. Right. That's what I exactly. How can you be seen at a missing visit? Lily had a cough, but yet neither Daniel or Malaya cared about checking on them throughout the night except for the midnight flick on the light that Daniel says he did. Correct. Mm. No breakfast, no time to, check their temperature, give them medicine, give them supplements, nothing. She was supposed to have blood work done that day. They went to the Dollarama at 1:44 p.m. She said she went in and grabbed a few things like baked beans, douche, and a lawn chair. I made that up. They went to Lawton's. Where's Lawton's? At 2:48 p.m. She remembered they picked up some Tylenol and diaper rash cream for Meadow because she was teething. No. You just didn't change your diaper enough, dumbass. I'm sick of these people. They drove between 2:52 and 3:11 p.m. and arrived home that evening. She got the kids something to eat. Yeah, God forbid you get off your ass and, stir a pot. And they were watching TV. She said they might have gone outside sometime to let's see here if we got the Dollarama right. 1 second. Okay, this is where Malaya showed her banking information. Daniel was the car during the search after the kids. Daniel was in the car after the. Yeah, he actually jumped in his car, or sorry, Malaya's brand new car. Well, not brand new, but it's new to her. To go look. He said for hours. Did she get raking equipment from the Dollarama? She probably, never mind. I'm not going to be in. I got to quit. It's not helping. Malaya said it was, okay. They were marked absent from school. Malaya said it was a slow morning. They didn't do a lot other than get breakfast, watch TV, and play. Malaya had a video call from her mother, Cindy, at 7:37 p.m. on Thursday to see the kids. Cindy would have seen the kids on the phone. Malaya went through and shown Mr. McIntyre her banking transactions on Thursday to see if they could narrow down the timeline. But she said Daniel used his card for their purchases that day. Malaya showed McIntyre her Google Map timeline, which tracked her movements on Thursday. She went to the following places. They left home at 12:10 p.m. and drove 39 minutes. Then from 12:49 to 1:27 p.m. Malaya was shown at a missing visit, which she thought was her, I don't know, her pap smear for all I know. They went to the Dollarama at 1:44. She said they went and grabbed a few things, and that's when they went to Luton's at 2:48. She remembered they picked up some Tylenol and some diaper rash cream Meadow because she was teething. They drove between 2:52 and 3:11 and arrived home that evening. She got the kids something to eat, and they were watching TV. She said they might have gone outside sometimes. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end it there. It's almost 1 a.m. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Brenda. Thank you so much. Oh, bless you, sister. Bless you. God, I love you. Thank you so much. My blood pressure's so high, guys. And I think it's why my face is red. That, and I've got too much freaking retinol on my face. Thank you so much, Brenda. That is so kind of you, my dear. Very, very kind of you. I really, really do appreciate you. I am so mad. So mad right now. Little Jack and Lily, man. All of these kids, every single one of them have been failed from literally the day that they were almost born. And it's like they didn't get justice on this earth while they were alive and they're kids. And it's supposed to be the happiest time of their life. And they were failed by everyone. And that's why they're in this position. And it's like, Lord, find them, get them justice, make the right detective, whoever, find the missing piece. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate you so much, honey. And it's just one of those things that is just not fair. It's just not. Malaya buys cream for Meadow, but what about cough syrup for Lilly? Good point. And it just sucks. It really just sucks. I have people personally who would eat crow to have children. Oh my God. What's up? Let me tell you something. Before I had kids, and as much as I cuss and stuff now, but I prayed every single day. Every single day. When we were pregnant, I prayed 3 times a day for their health, for her health, for all of this. And when I did foster care, I would just pray that for the parents to just get better so they could be in their kids' life, get them most time clean. I mean, they are such a gift, right? Doesn't mean they don't drive you crazy sometimes, right? Doesn't mean that. But what would you do without your kids? You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it's not hard. Doesn't mean there's not difficult times. But like, I don't know. And it just amazes me that I think one of them went off on the kids. Volatile time in this household. And I think that they are doing everything they can in order to keep their own ass out of prison. Right? I can't wait to be, well, I mean, I can wait to become a grandfather, but I don't want any right now. But it's just crazy to me. Grandkids, they say, are just amazing. Batshit crazy sometimes with my kids around. Of course. Oh my God. There is nobody that will piss you off more than the people you love. But you know why they piss you off more than anybody else? Because you love them. Right? That means you care. If you didn't care, say love you, mother chicken. Right? I gotta be up at 5:30. It's 1:05 now. Yeah, 10 months. Thank you so much, my dear. Just you're amazing. I'm very blessed to have you guys, my beautiful pearls. Thank you for covering these horrific cases. These children deserve justice. They so do. They so do. They truly, truly do. Thank you so much for your support, my dear Yaya. Good to see you, honey. I love my grandkids, but it would be nice to be able to give them back sometimes. I know, but Erica, this is the thing. If you give them back, you miss them as soon as they leave. Right? You know I'm right. You know I'm right about that. Justin, above the Rebecca video is a 19-year-old missing flyer I sent text. Before he was abused, he was smiling and looked like a... Yeah, I showed some of those earlier, I think, in my other love. I've been trying to join your channel, but I don't have a Gmail or Venmo account. Well, honey, you got a Gmail account. If you're on I was going to say Yahoo, yeah, YouTube, you have a Gmail account. It's a Gmail email. If that's what you mean. But you don't need a Venmo or anything like that. Like, you can use a credit card, you can use a debit card, you can use a gift card, you can use anything. My son is 35 and drives me nuts. I still love him. And he gave me 3 beautiful grandchildren. At the end of your life, let me tell you something. I've worked in hospice and I've worked in funeral homes. Okay. And I can tell you that I have never, I always tell this to people, I've never seen a hearse with a luggage rack. Never seen a hearse with a luggage rack, meaning you can't take it with you when you go. Whenever you are departing this earthly way, you want people to be around you, not, anything else. The people you love. That's what matters. That's what matters. Right. Okay, guys. Good night, everyone. I'll be live tomorrow, probably a little earlier. About 3-ish Eastern. Maybe even a little earlier. We'll see. And all of that. So thank you so much again, Miss Brenda. Good to see you, honey. Thank you so much for everything, truly. I apologize for my foul mouth tonight. I'm a little passionate. And you know what? Someone needs to tell Daniel and Malaya where to stick it over the internet sometimes, in my opinion. That's the only people I ever yap at, is people who, in my opinion, treated children very, very badly. You enjoyed my After Dark. I apologize to y'all. I don't apologize to Daniel and Malaya and Junkyard Janie. I'm Butterflies. Thank you, darling. You switch your name up on me. What a very cool chat. Well, thank you, Tony. Thank you for being here. Please come back. Love to have you. All right, guys. Good night. God bless. Thank you.